Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is 20th of June, and in this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. One important thing, the infographics used in our current affairs series are uploaded on a Twitter account. You can check the link from description box or from the pinned comment. You can also download our GK Today app from Play Store. So now, let's start. Operation Sunrise 2, which is in news recently, is a coordinated operation of India and which neighboring country? Right answer is Myanmar. So, armies of India and Myanmar carried out a coordinated operation. The name of operation was Operation Sunrise 2. This operation targeted several militant groups operating in Manipur, Nagaland and Assam. If we talk about our security forces, BSF provides security to Indo-Pakistan border as well as to Indo-Bangladesh border. ITBP provides security to Indo-China border, while SSB provides security to Indo-Nepal as well as to Indo-Bhutan border. On the other hand, Assam Rifles provide security to Indo-Myanmar border. If we talk about Myanmar, Myanmar was also in news as India and Myanmar are working together on Sitwe port. The capital of Myanmar is Nay Pai Da and the president is Mr. Win Myint. Ms. Aung San Suu Kyi is the state councillor of Myanmar. It should be kept in mind that Operation Sunrise is the second phase. The first phase of this operation was launched in February 2019, in which Indian Army targeted those insurgent groups which were opposed to Kaladan Multimodal Transit Project. Myanmar is also a member of BIMSTEC. Recently, BIMSTEC was in news as India invited leaders of BIMSTEC members for swearing in ceremony of our Prime Minister Mr. Modi. Answer in comment box where is the headquarter of BIMSTEC and which country will host the next BIMSTEC summit. Myanmar was also in news because of Rohingya refugee crisis. Rohingyas are Muslims and they are in Rakhine province of Myanmar. Rohingyas are one of the world's most persecuted communities. On which date the 2019 edition of International Day of Family Remittances is observed. Right answer is June 16. So the International Day of Family Remittances is observed every year on June 16th. If we talk about few important days of June, 1st of June was World Milk Day, 3rd of June was World Bicycle Day, 4th of June was International Day of Innocent Children Victims of Aggression, while 5th of June was World Environment Day and the theme was Beat Air Pollution. 7th of June was first ever World Food Safety Day, while 8th of June was World Oceans Day and the theme was Gender and Oceans. On the other hand, 12th of June was World Day Against Child Labor and the theme was Children should not work in fields but on dreams. On the other hand, 13th of June was International Albinism Awareness Day and the theme was Still Standing Strong. On the other hand, 14th of June was World Blood Donor Day and the theme was Safe Blood for All, while 15th of June was World Elder Abuse Awareness Day and 17th of June was World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought. On which date the 2019 edition of Autistic Pride Day is observed? Right answer is 18th of June. So every year 18th of June is observed as Autistic Pride Day. If we talk about autism, it is a range of complex neurodevelopment disorders. The exact cause of autism is not known, but it is known to be associated with genetic and environmental factors. The festival Sanan Yatra is recently celebrated in which of the following states? Right answer is Odisha. So recently, the festival Sanan Yatra was celebrated in Odisha. It is considered to be the birthday of Lord Jagannath. If we talk about Odisha, recently Ms. Chandrani Marmu became the youngest member of parliament. She is the youngest MP of 17th Lok Sabha and she is member of parliament from Odisha. Odisha was also in news as recently Ms. Kalpana Das, the first women mountaineer of Odisha, passed away. Apart from her, recently India's only orangutan, Binni, has passed away at Nandankanan Zoological Park in Odisha. Odisha was also in news because of Cyclone Foni. Apart from that, recently Kanmal Haldi of Odisha got GI tag. GI stands for Geographical Indication. Who has been named as new chief of ISI? Right answer is Mr. Faiz Hamid. So Lieutenant General Mr. Faiz Hamid has been appointed as new Director General of Inter-Services Intelligence. If we talk about ISI, it is the spy agency of Pakistan. If we talk about India, we have internal and external intelligence agencies. Our external agencies are R&AW, that is Research and Analysis Wing, and our internal intelligence agency is Intelligence Bureau. If we talk about Pakistan, recently Pakistan's off spinner Miss Sana Mir became the most successful women's ODI spinner. She is behind fast bowlers, but in terms of spinners, she is the most successful women's ODI spinner. Apart from that, recently Pakistani journalist Mr. Cyril Almeida won World Press Freedom Hero Award. On the other hand, recently the autobiography of Pakistani cricketer Mr. Shahid Afridi was in news. The name of his autobiography was Game Changer. On the other hand, recently Mr. Moinul Haq has been appointed as the new Pakistan High Commissioner to India. Pakistan was also in news as recently it declared sugarcane juice as national drink of country. India will host the 14th Conference of Parties of UNCCD in which of the following cities? Right answer is New Delhi. So for the first time, India is the host of UNCCD 14th session of Conference of Parties. It will be in New Delhi in September. If we talk about desertification, recently on 17th of June, World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought was observed. If we talk about UNCCD, it is United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. The 13th Conference of Parties of UNCCD held in China, and 14th one is going to be in our country. If we talk about China, recently China appointed Mr. Sun Weidong as new Chinese ambassador to India. China was also in news because of protest in Hong Kong due to extradition bill. The people in Hong Kong are protesting against proposed changes in the law that would allow the suspects accused of crimes like murder and rape to be extradited to the mainland China to face trial. That means people from Hong Kong will be extradited to China to face trial, and that's why the people of Hong Kong are protesting against it. It should be kept in mind that Hong Kong is a semi-autonomous region under one country, two systems principle. China was also in news as it is going to be the host of 2023 Asian Cup football tournament. On the other hand, recently China successfully tested world's first armed amphibious drone boat. The name of this boat was Marine Lizard. The World Food India event will be held in which of the following cities? Right answer is New Delhi. So the World Food India event will be in New Delhi, and it is a part of government's effort to boost investment into this sector. The tagline of event will be Forging Partnerships for Growth. Who has been appointed as new Executive Director of RBI? Right answer is Mr. Rabi Mishra. So Dr. Rabi N. Mishra has been appointed as new Executive Director of RBI. If we talk about RBI, recently the Monetary Policy Committee of RBI reduced repo rate by 25 basis points. So the current repo rate is 5.75% and current reverse repo rate is 5.50%. The MSF and the bank rate are 6%. If we talk about Monetary Policy Committee, RBI Governor is the ex officio chairman of Monetary Policy Committee. RBI was also in news as recently it observed Financial Literacy Week, and the theme of this initiative was farmers and how they benefit by being a part of formal banking system. RBI was also in news as it has divested its stakes in NHB and NABARD. NHB stands for National Housing Bank and NABARD stands for National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So with this move, the government of India now holds 100% stakes in these two financial institutions. Apart from that, RBI was also in news as recently RBI appointed committee submitted its report on promoting digital payments. The committee was headed by Mr. Nandan Nilekani. RBI was also in news as recently it constituted a task force on the development of secondary market for corporate loans, and Mr. T.N. Manoharan is the head of this task force. RBI was also in news as recently it constituted a committee to review the existing state of mortgage securitization in our country, and Mr. Harshvardhan is the head of this committee. Answer in comment box. Who is the head of task force constituted by RBI to examine the issues related to offshore rupee market? Who clinched the US Open Golf Championship? Right answer is Gary Woodland. So Gary Woodland of USA has clinched the 2019 US Open Golf Championship. If we talk about USA, recently US President Mr. Donald Trump became the first world leader to meet Japan's new emperor Mr. Naruhito. USA was also in news as recently the second summit between US President Mr. Trump and North Korean President Mr. Kim Jong-un held in Vietnam in Hanoi. The first summit between these two leaders held in Singapore in 2018. USA was also in news as recently in Bangkok, the 2019 edition of Quadrilateral Security Dialogue was attended by the senior officials of India, USA, Japan and Australia. Apart from that, recently USA was in news as it removed India and Switzerland from its currency monitoring list of major trading partners. USA was also in news as recently it declined to join the Christchurch Coal Initiative. The Christchurch Coal Initiative is an initiative to eliminate terrorist and violent content online. It was launched recently at Paris Summit. Mohammad Morsi, who passed away recently, was the former president of which country? Right answer is Egypt. So Mr. Mohammad Morsi was the former president of Egypt and he recently passed away. If we talk about Egypt, recently Sinai Peninsula of Egypt was in news. Sinai Peninsula is a peninsula in Egypt and it is the only part of Egypt that is located in Asia. It is situated between the Mediterranean Sea to the north and Red Sea to the south, and this peninsula acts as a land bridge between Asia and Africa. Egypt was also in news as recently the president of Egypt, Mr. Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, took over the chairmanship of African Union from the president of Rwanda. Mr. Paul Kagame is the president of Rwanda. Answer in comment box, what is the capital of Rwanda? Apart from that, Egypt was also in news as recently Palestine took over the chairmanship of G77. So these were the most important current affairs of the day. Thank you and that's all for the day.